the show where pop culture and high culture collide.
Hello, I am Jack. I am a nice man. I welcome you.
A single solo new contestant, all on your own in the world, with me. You got any categories on you, man?
Let's have some fun. Here comes question one.
This one's called Hard Rock Miscegenation. Not too tough, 1,000 sheets, up for grabs. There's a question coming, I can just smell it. Simply Red plus the Blue Tones equals Deep Purple, Black Sabbath, Pink Fairies, or King Crimson. Oh, and it's gone in! Please select. In terms of category, this is Shotguns and Potatoes. And this one's worth £1,000.
Picture a picnic in the countryside. You're tucking into your sandwiches when you find yourself staring into the barrel of a gun. Unfortunately for you, you have stumbled onto the land of Mrs. Farmer Palmer, and he is not pleased.
If Farmer Palmer tells you to
Get off my sugar beet field, cause next spring, right, I'll be farming barley in her. And come autumn, I'll be farming taters in her.
what is he advocating? Crop rotation, cash cropping, slash and burn, or forage harvesting? Crop rotation is the process of growing a sequence of different crops on the same ground to increase its fertility. Not to be confused with crap rotation, which is the process of allowing your dog to shit on different pavements and playgrounds every day to avoid prosecution by your local council. Pick a category.
Question three.
And your choice is Vulcans in Vacuums. £2,000 for this little baby. Imagine the following scene from an episode of Star Trek, The Voyage to Insanity.
Logic this, you pig-eared bastard!
Scotty goes crazy and jettisons Spock into outer space. What will happen to him first if he is not wearing protective gear? He'll freeze to death, his blood will vaporize, his head will explode, or he'll choke to death. The sudden drop in pressure would make Spock's blood boil and vaporize. And no doubt also he would have shattered his pants, but remember, in space, no one can hear you fart. Come on, let's...
Shaking up the floor. Shaking up the floor.
Categorically, this is the category of Shakespeare and domestic violence. £2,000 for this little baby. Okay, it's the big one. What was the major difference between the marriages of Romeo and Juliet and Ian and Cindy Beale? They had to overcome family opposition, they slept in a first-floor apartment, they had to marry in secret, or their marriage ended in tragedy. Well, the truth is always at least worth a quick fumble, and the truth is... Yeah, the Beales didn't marry in secret. I think the Beales had better scripts, but then I'm an abject Philistine. Oh, look it up. Come on, let's...
Number 5.
And the next question is... Say hello, wave goodbye. £1,000 for this little baby. The question is as follows. Right, now you say goodbye to somebody, right, walk 2 steps and you say hello to somebody else. Now which phrase covers both? Yes, you Europhile, you. Ciao can be used for all purposes. Super word. What you call a big Italian? A whopper. Okay, pick it.
Can you dig it? Here's 6.
This one's called... So, tell me about your bitch. We got 1,000 quids because it's a little bit peasy. What Disney film could this be a Freudian review of? A childless couple displaces its affection onto its pets. An archetypal villain, frustrated by her own failure to marry, angrily chases the dogs. Lady and the Tramp, The Rescuers, 101 Dalmatians, or The Aristocats. You got it. 101 Dalmatians. Excellent choice, player. Let's play Dis or Dat. And the Dis or Dat category is... This is designed to provoke an emotional response. Now I'm going to read off 7 words I'm going to read off. And for each one, I want you to tell me if it's a stretch of water or a form of behaviour. So as each one comes up, if you think it's water, stick a couple of Panadol in key 1 for me. And if you think it's emotional, look key 2 in the eyes directly and tell her it's all over. And press 4 to skip. I award correctness with £500 sterling, and if you get it wrong or don't get to it, it'll cost you 500. All right, 30 seconds on the clock, now! And go! Atlantic, ocean or emotion, frantic. Sarcastic, Adriatic, Sargasso, erratic. Last one, Arctic. That's all 7.
Very good. Anyone wrong? We need more people like you in our regiment. Well done, soldier.
I'll just put some fairy dust on your score and press on. Using your
Order me the taco plate with the side of question 8.
And your selection is... Come say hello to my little fiend. As far as the sheets available, $2,000 is up for grabs.
In the afterlife version of Lobita, the cast are having a few problems. John Noakes is upset because Shep has been replaced. Shep's replacement has 3 heads and can only be stopped from tearing Valerie's head off with bread soaked in milk. What has replaced Studio 4? Purgatory, Valhalla, Hades, or Nirvana? Three-headed, sop-loving Cerberus was the dog who guarded the gates of the underworld. Milky, milky.
Okay, pick a...
It's party time.
Here comes number 9.
This one's called... Ben E's a good... 3,000 quid for right answer.
Benny the Bull, friend of Topcat, Benny from Crossroads, and Benny from Grange Hill get together to form the famous Benny Society. They're all a little bit depressed because Benny Hill wasn't available to join the club. Which of the following should they take to lift their spirits a little bit? Benzodrine, benzodiazepine, benzene, or Benylin? Benzodrine is the trade name for amphetamine, which is, so I've been told, an upper.
I'd like to make it perfectly clear that we at You Don't Know Jack in no way condone the taking of drugs. Theft is against the law, and controlled substances should be paid for just like everything else. Thank you.
And you went for the one called... very late result, just in. Not too tough, 1,000 sheets, up for grabs. Fingers on the buzzers, here's the question.
So, what do you think is going to be the result of the big fight tomorrow night? Androcles versus the Lion, live at the Athenaeum.
Androcles in the first by knockout, Lion by technical knockout, match abandoned or a draw, both dead.
No, I'm sorry. In those days, you couldn't just claim to have been hit in the ghoulies and ask for a rematch. It was, pretty tough.
If you're interested, the answer is... The contest was abandoned because the Lion and Androcles refused to fight. The Lion recognized Androcles, who had taken a thorn from his paw when the poor man was lost in the desert. Such an instance was unique in combat sports until 1996, when Mike Tyson and Evander Holyfield resolved the WBA heavyweight title by nuzzling up together in the corner. Hello, and welcome to the halfway mark. There are 10 more questions coming at you in round 2.
If you've been struggling so far, keep your chin up. Everything in round 2's worth double.
Using...
It's 11 minus 1 plus 2 minus 1. It's 11.
The name of this question is... I beg your pardon? £2,000 ready and waiting for the right answer. Undercarriage down. Let's land this question.
Your special friend looks deep into your eyes and whispers that it's time to explore liquids, plosives, labials, dentals, and fricatives. What will you be learning? Trombone playing, kissing... You'll be learning about the different types of sounds in... Phonetics. Lesson 1. The bilabial fricative.
Pick a category.
12. Celebrity voice impersonated.
And here we have...
Fun with genetics.
You give me the right answer, I'm going to give you £4,000.
The morally interesting Dr. Moreau, a psychotic scientist with an unhealthy interest in combining incompatible creatures. Now he's gene-spliced GCSE fiction. If Dr. Moreau grafted Thomas Hardy's novel about an innocent West Country girl onto the body of the Sherlock Holmes story about the devil dog, what would the new book be called?
Anna Karenina, Tess of the d'Urbervilles plus the Hound of the Baskervilles gives you Tess of the Baskervilles. But Holmes, I'm afraid I still don't understand.
Look, Watson, I just guessed, for God's sake.
Please.
Take the elevator ride to 13.
Next up, try saying milky, milky now. You could be getting yourself 2,000 for the right answer.
Punt and Dennis, two giants of British comedy, widely praised for their genuinely hilarious Milky Milky routine. Now, if we wanted to pasteurize Punt and Dennis, what exactly would we have to do to them? Shake them, then rapidly irradiate them, curdle them, then rapidly boil them, heat them, then curdle them, then rapidly boil them. Oh, please, 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 I wish this was true. I do, but it's not.
This is the answer.
How to pasteurize milk. Heat and then cool rapidly. Although, let's be honest, it would be great fun to watch any of the options performed on Punt and Dennis. Genuinely hilarious, although obviously not as funny as their great live shows.
Using your brain...
Aha! Chest butt sits Grimehore.
It's time for...
Later pitch, no skunk.
And the category for this gibberish question is... the scariest Hell's Angel in the whole world.
Round 2 jibs, opening value, 10,000 crisp wallet fillers.
Okay, I'm going to be taking cash away every 1.5 seconds, so the faster you are, the more you score. Work your facial tick as you try to unscramble this rhyming rubbish. Buzz in and start typing when you know what's going on. A snitch biker's thigh to me? Travesty.
It's Buck, a TV series and a radio show.
Yeah, look, is there something you're trying to say?
A book which is hugely helpful for cheap interplanetary travel.
Don't panic, it's Zaphod Beeblebrox. Zaphod Beeblebrox was the two-headed hero of... The Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy. Me, you know I always say heaven is a place on earth. Me, you, the CD-ROM drive, a bottle of Tipp-Ex spinner, and a bloody good wank. Please.
I want your 15.
In categorical terms, you have chosen...
What a stroke of luck! Some high explosives. And this one's worth £4,000. Undercarriage down. Let's land this question.
The A-Team are locked in a cellar, but luckily the enemy has left them the necessary parts to construct a bazooka. Sadly though, Murdoch constructs a bazooki instead. What can they do with this? Go to sleep in it with the enemy, give it to the...
Murdoch, get your thumb out of my butt, you crazy fool!
I love it when a plan totally fails to come together.
A bazooki is a Greek stringed instrument
And can be used to irritate the enemy to death. Using your brain...
Question 16.
And your selection is... Great minds and small minds.
And this question's worth £4,000.
Oh, you smell that? That's the stench of question. If you want to remember the proper chronological order of the lives of Aristotle, Plato, and Socrates, what childish mnemonic would you use?
Penis, stand aside. Sores are pus-filled, sperm production arrested, or anal stairs puckered.
Now here's what someone intelligent would have said.
Sperm production arrested.
Socrates taught Plato, who taught Aristotle. Then they were all dead, and their sperm production was presumably arrested.
Okay,
Shave your thing, keep it clean, 17.
and we call this one...
Bricky Quickie! And this one's worth £4,000.
The Long Lost Pilot episode of Air Vida's Aim Pet had the boys in Mesopotamia building the Tower of Babel. Halfway through, things start to go horribly wrong. Now, why would Neville have difficulty talking to Barry while building the Tower of Babel? They'd both be deaf, they would be falling in a bottomless pit, they'd have no tongues, or they'd be speaking in different languages.
What, no tongues? How are the builders supposed to French kiss?
I mean, why didn't you pick... That's right, God made all the builders on the Tower of Babel speaking different lingos.
Bonjour, boy, manish mama, go kill her ass esta dinner, use Brazviza kusemek, snell, you twat.
Categorically speaking...
And here we have...
Ron Pickering, away you go!
As far as the sheets available, £2,000 is up for grabs.
Ron Pickering did his best to get schools from all over Britain to come together in sports while wearing weird t-shirts and doing odd thumbs-up things to the camera. Fantastic!
If a team from a school in Moscow entered We Are the Champions, what would be the most appropriate symbol for their tight t-shirts? Blue circles, pink triangles, red squares, or black pentacles?
Bugger me, it's red squares. You're a smarter man than I.
I'm only passing the baton on to Boris, and Boris, running straight to the Home Office, and he's defected!
Please select.
Question 19. And now, Geeks and Greeks. I'm willing to offer you 4,000 crisp green sheets. Gordon Brittas, not funny. Leisure Centre, not funny. If Gordon Brittas, not funny, decided to run his gymnasium keeping with the Greek origins of the word, how would his male patrons work out? Not funny. In groups of 99, in the noddy, underwater, or they wouldn't be allowed to, not funny. Gymnasium comes from the Greek gymnasium, meaning completely unamusing, naked exercise. At least that way, everyone would get the chance to prove their membership. I didn't smile once in 30 minutes.
Come on, let's have one.
Superstar. You're special. 20.
Okay, let's have one called... You don't have to be human to be stylish.
£2,000 for this little baby.
Fingers on the buzzers, here's the question.
Which of the following could wear a navel ring? A goose, a platypus, an alligator, or a cow?
Nah, they're not odd enough, man. They're a bunch of platypussies.
If you'd have got it right, you'd have said this.
All placental mammals have navels, so the correct answer is cow.
I really don't know what's got into cows these days. The navel thing hasn't really caught on, but they're getting tattoos, and more of them are getting tongues pierced. You know, they look like bloody farmyard animals.
Pick a category now.
It's time for the attack. When you see two words on the screen that go together, buzz in and you've got £2,000. Buzz in when there isn't a match and you lose 2,000. And don't forget, remember the clue. Not any old match will do. It's got to be the one that fits this clue. You always say that. May God be with you.
Yeah!